When we went to the mediation hearing, one of the managers, Jessica, that was there, offered for us to take it to a jewelry store to get looked at, and she had said that if it was our fault, we'd replace it. He refused, and then she says, well, you can take it to a jewelry store and then get an estimate on it, and he refused for that too.
Well, I think clearly Walmart's at fault here to some extent. I mean, you take, as I said before, if you take a watch in to get a battery replaced on it, it should be a very routine procedure, and it should be done, and the watch should work. If the person who's replacing the battery can't do it at the time the watch is brought in, then that person should tell the customer and say, look, we've got a problem here. The battery can't be replaced, or there's something else wrong with the watch. It's not just the battery, there's some other issue. That didn't happen in this case. The battery was replaced, it was given back to the customer, and he says it doesn't work. So Walmart somehow has got to fix this thing. Mr. Adams, you got to let Walmart fix it if you want them to fix it. Now, if they want to take it to a jeweler, then they're going to have to take it to a jeweler. If you want them to fix it, you can't tell them how to fix it. In other words, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Okay, if you want them to fix it, and I think they should fix it, you got to let them fix it the way they think it should be fixed. They're not going to just buy you a new watch if that thing can't be fixed, if they can't fix it. Now, if at some point they actually can't fix it, then you might be entitled to something. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this case for a while, and if you want Walmart to fix it, I'm going to order them to fix it. You're going to have to give them the watch, and I'll give them maybe 2 weeks to fix it. And you're going to have to fix it. And if you can't fix it, then you're going to have to buy him a new watch. If you can't fix it, you get 2 weeks to do it, and you give it back to Mr. Adams, and if it's fixed, then the case is over and done with. If you can't, as I said, you're going to have to pay him some money because Walmart's got to take care of this one way or the other. But I'm not going to just make them pay you money for it. I'm going to let them fix it like they want to do it. Do you have a question, ma'am?
Yeah, but when he left with it, it was running properly.
Well,
now,
not for very long.
But what's not to say that there was something wrong with the watch in the beginning? Because
that's why the jeweler or the person who opened up in the beginning should have said something if that's the case. But that never happened. The court finds good cause exists to adjourn this matter, and that I think Walmart should be given an opportunity to fix this watch, and I'm going to require them to either fix the watch or pay Mr. Adams some reasonable amount for the watch, whatever that may be. I don't think it's going to be $275. I don't think that a watch is worth that much now, but certainly something. And Mr. Adams, if you want Walmart to fix it, you're going to have to give it to them and let them work on it or take it to a jeweler or do whatever they want. If you don't want them to do that, then you're not entitled to anything as far as I'm concerned. So the choice is yours. You got the watch there now. You're going to give it to them?
At this moment, I'm going to
take
it to the store.
Well, why don't you do it now? Why take it to the store? Everybody's here now. Why don't you do it now?
Walmart admitted there was a problem with the watch. Now, when the judge ordered Walmart to fix the watch, Walmart fixed the watch. When the parties returned to the court on August 16th, our cameras weren't there, but what happened was when Walmart finally opened the watch, amazingly, there was no battery in the watch. Walmart put the battery in, closed it up, fixed the band, and the watch was fine. Plaintiff got what he wanted, a good watch. Case closed. Now let's take a look at the next case, that being the case of the missing Ford Explorer.
What are you asking for?
$1,500 that Mr. Manny owes me.
And why should he pay you $1,500?
Because he owes it to me.
Why does he owe it to you?
Okay,
just because you think he should pay it and
no,
you need the money?
No. I was purchasing a Ford Explorer for Mr. Manny.
Okay.
And I was making payments on when I first met him, and I had told him that it would take me a good while to pay it. First of all, when I first met Mr. Manny, I had went to him because I had a truck that I was having electrical problems on.
Okay.
So,
you need a new car.
Yes. And he has a lot of cars on his lot.
Okay.
So I asked him, was he selling any of these cars up? And he was like, yeah. So I asked him, did he mind if I looked around? He said no. So I came across a Ford Explorer. It was a 2000 Ford Explorer with 19...
A 2000 Ford Explorer?
Yes.
How many miles?
Only 19,000 miles on it.
Okay.
So I asked him how much would he sell it for, and he said $4,500. And I said, that's all, this $4,500? And he was like, yeah. So I asked him, well, I said, did you mind if I make payments on it? And I told him, I said, at the time, I told him, I said, Mr. Manning, I said, it would take me time to make payments on it because what I do for a living, I do home care. He said, oh, no problem. He said, I have a lot of cars up here, so that wouldn't be no problem. So I said, okay, I can bring you a down payment back. That was like on maybe a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I said, when I get paid this Friday, I can bring you some money back. He said, okay. So that following week, I brought him $300 back on a Monday.
Okay.
So he wrote me out a receipt and all that. So I told him, I said, now, you understand it's going to take me time to pay it. He said, sure, Ida, that's no problem. He said, just take all the time you need. I said, okay. So I would call him periodically and tell him that, you know, okay, I don't have no money right now, but as soon as I get some, I'll bring some up there to you.
No, when you paid him the $300, did you take the car at that time? The
No,
Explorer? Oh,
no,
you didn't?
no.
When were you going to take it?
When I finished paying for it, he told me
The
once.
full $4,500?
Yes.
And he was going to hold it for you?
Yes, that's what he told
Do
me.
you have any idea how long it was going to take you?
I told him it would be a while.
I mean, how long is a while?
Well, maybe about a year.
So you expected
Give or
him
take.
to hold that Explorer for a year, so as you paid
And
him?
that's what I told him, and he told me, okay, because
Did you
he-
sign anything to
Nothing but the
memorialize this
receipt.
agreement? What?
nothing but the receipt that I have. That's the only thing that I signed.
When did you give him $300?
This was back in '02,
When? Remember
like
when?
in November, October, November, around
October,
that time.
November of 2002.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so when I got my income tax in '03, I took him some more money up there. I took him $1,500.
An additional $1,500?
Yes.
So you had paid him $1,800 by that time?
Yes.
All right.
And I told him, I said, Mr. Manning, I'm still trying to get the money up because my caseload, it goes up, it goes down.
And
Now,
did he still have the Explorer at that time?
yes, at that time when I paid him the money, he still had the Explorer.
Okay.
So a couple of months down the line, I called him and he said, oh, don't worry, Ida, just take your time. He just kept telling me, just take my time. And I kept telling him that it was going to take time for me to pay it. So he said, okay, so the last time when I took him $840 up there, it was a couple of months later, and the truck wasn't up there.
So this would have been, what, like June of '03 or something like that?
Yeah, somewhere around in there.
Summer of '03?
Yes.
Okay, you gave it, you took another $840?
Yes.
And lo and behold, the Ford Explorer is gone.
It's not there.
Not there.
So I asked him, I said, you know, where was the truck at? He said, oh, I took it down the road. First he looked kind of puzzled, and then he said, oh, it's at my other shop. I said, are you sure you didn't sell it? He said, no, I didn't sell it. It's down there at my other shop. I said, okay. I said, now I'm giving you this money in good faith, and you telling me that the truck is down there. He said, yes. He said, don't worry about it. He said, I got the truck and stuff. He said, just keep on making the payments when you can. I said, okay.
And you did.
Yes, I did.
All right.
Trustworthy.
So
me.
now you're up to, what, 1,600 or 2,640, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so when I came back with the final payment, that's like the end of that year, I came back with the final payment.
End of '03?
Yes.
Okay.
And I told him that I had the rest of the money, and I called him on the phone. I said, well, you know, I have the rest of your money. Can you please bring it? Because I had a patient over there in that area, and every time I would go past there, I never seen the truck up there.
So you were going to give him $1,860 that day?
Yeah, I had the money.
Okay.
So I told him, I said, well, I have the rest of your money and stuff. Can you please bring the truck up there? Because I need to get the VIN number because I can't drive with no insurance. I have to have insurance.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
on the car.
Otherwise, you're going to be here in another matter.
Oh, no. I don't drive
You
with
don't
no
want to do
insurance.
that?
No.
No.
My
Okay, go
jobs
ahead.
don't allow me to.
That's good.
So anyway, so he said, well, I said, well, can you just give me the VIN number over the phone? Therefore, I can purchase the insurance. So when I come up there to get the truck, I already have the insurance in hand and stuff. He said, well, you got to call me back. I'm kind of busy right now. So I was like, call you back. I said, well, I'm bringing you the rest of your money so I can get, you know, the truck. He was like, well, I'm busy right now. You're going to have to call me back. So I didn't call him back that day. So like 2 or 3 days later, I called him back again. I said, you know, look, I have the money. Can I bring you the money so you can give me my truck? Well, I don't have time to go down there and get it. So I said, okay. So something said, just go down there. So I went down there. I had the money. What had happened in that time, I couldn't find my receipt. He said someone broke into his shop, ransacked his shop, and took the receipts. He couldn't find his receipt. So he said, I'm not sure that's how much money you owe me. I said, this is how much I have left. I said, it's been a long time me paying you. I know how much I owe you.
And you don't have any receipts?
No, I have mine now. I found my receipt.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So every time you paid him previously, he did give you a receipt that you
Yes.
kept? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So when I found my receipt, I took it up there to him. I said, this is how much I paid on there. He didn't dispute that. But then he told me, well, I'm not gonna give you the truck. I said, what do you mean you're not gonna give me the truck? He said, well, it took you too long to pay for it. I said, but that was our agreement. I told you it was gonna take a long while.